Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, and former mortician's assistant. Beware, beware. That might not be a phone jingling in your pocket. Join the Nevermorians for morning mischief and madness at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central. Your sense of humor is the only thing you need to wear.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore for Wednesday, August 5th, 2020. We're getting through August, thank goodness. I'm your host, Brian K. Morris, and thank you for watching us. Whether it's live or you're enjoying the show later, thank you for your kind attentions. And if you're watching on Facebook, please like this show and share it with your friends so that the other amazing people that will be on this show can get some fresh attention, all right? And if you're watching us on YouTube, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe because it helps us a lot in our media conquest plans. Be sure to turn on notifications so you'll know when we show up next. The show is brought to you by geekinsider.com and risingtide.pub. And this program's on every Wednesday, Friday, and Monday morning at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Central. And that's all the official stuff that I actually wrote down for once, and I've got a script. Yay me. Anyway, hope you're all doing well. Good morning, everyone, whether you're watching us on YouTube or live or whatever, however you're getting us. If you're picking us up on your fillings, I love that too. Let's dive right into your comments already. Harley Slavic, greetings. Hope all is well. Same to you, my friend. Check out the Harley Slavic at harleyslavic.com and harleyslavic@gmail.com. Write him for all your collecting needs. And Michael Sloan, good morning, sir. Good morning to you, my friend. Hope you're doing well today. And there she is, my darling. Mwah. Sarah, good morning to you. Sorry we left you behind with all the Doctor Who stuff last night. And hello, Echo, hello. No, we're filling up with people. Carlene. We are now getting people showing up. We actually hit the button like a minute early just to see what had happened, and we actually went on the air. So anyway, Go Fefe, here we are. Every day's an experiment on this show. Not unlike Dr. Frankenstein. And, of course, Sarah is being invoked, but she's already here. And Dumpster Fire already? You haven't even started talking. Well, yeah, we like to get the blaze going before we get here. And hugs and kisses from Sarah to Carly. I get to watch it. Woo, says Carl Witzman from YouTube. Glad to see you, sir. And, Carl, thank you for being on the show last night. We had a great time with Carl on Clever Title Pending. Please watch that show. It was a little unstructured last night, and I think it was a lot of fun for that reason. But Carl was there and did his usual magnificent job. And Meredith Logren and Christian Basil of The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. It was so very cool to have everyone there last night. Had a great time, and the after party was even better. And Douglas Deck, good to see you. My writing companion is on, sir. I am here for you, and you are here for me. And we are here all together. Goo 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 choo. Glad to see you, Douglas. Hope you're having a great morning. Put up some links to your work, my friend. In fact, all of you, please put in a link, whether it's your YouTube channel, your Amazon sales page, your website, a charity you're fond of, or mentioning someone you don't think gets enough love. Not me. Don't put me in here. This is my whole forum. So you please share it with somebody that really needs the attention. So please put that in here, your Kickstarter, whatever. Please put it in the comments, and then please share this video so that everyone else can see who all you're hanging with. That's cool. And by the way, we've got to thank the Nevermorians once again. We call upon you in hour of need, and you never disappoint. Our good friend Francesco, who is an amazing artist, you gotta check his work out here on Facebook and also on Patreon. He is amazing, and he's such a sweet guy. And the thing is, I've known this guy. I feel close to him like a brother, and we've known each other since the '80s when we both used to attend the old Chicago Comic-Con. And I've actually known him longer than Cookies. So anyway. But anyway, he's a great guy, and he just had his first Kickstarter campaign, and he was asking for $4,000, and I asked you guys to please help him out. And boy, howdy, did you guys! You stepped up to the plate, knocked it out of the park. He raised over $6,000. Uh, Probably 2,000 of which was in the last 24 hours. It was amazing to watch. And congratulations to our dear friend Francesco. And thank you to everyone who contributed to that. And when when you see it, please show it off. You're going to make a lot of people jealous. I just know this. So anyway, thank you all for helping. And anyway, Douglas, it's good to have you here, my man. I don't say hello to you often enough. And hi there, Carl said Sarah, and Carl said had to Amy before the show. Just made it back. Oh, so you've been thoroughly Amy'd, have you? That's good for you. Good for you. And had to Amy. Yeah, that's. Oh, Amy Hales made her mark on this show, or should I say her stain. Anyway, Carl Witzman mocks me with his laughter. And last night was another wild ride. Was it not? You've got to watch it. Carl, like I said, Carl is wonderful. Meredith Logren is the epitome of wonderful. And Christian Basil, he is one of my favorite broadcasters because he is unpredictable. And if you like naughty, last night was the show to watch. How that's going to play on iHeartRadio, I have no freaking idea. And unstructured is the nice way to put it. I know the proper way to describe the show last night, but a fun one. I think everyone had fun. At least the feedback I've gotten so far has been very positive for that. But anyway, we appreciate everybody that showed up last night for Clever Tile Pending. It was fun. And hashtag Buttbeard says Sarah, thank you. And hashtag Catfisting Matters and hashtag Dino Board. I've got to put that in my my metadata for this show on YouTube. I'll be horrified if any of them trend. But yeah. And Meredith Logren may have given us a new hashtag last night. And I played that moment. It was like, and not that I played it a lot, but it's at 1 hour 55 seconds where she announces how much fun she's having on the show or how cold it is in the room. It was like I said, unstructured. Anyway, thank you, Sarah. I love you. And hi, everyone, says Russell Allen. Russell, pleasure to have you. RussExplode.com. Check it out, please. And please put in your links, my friends. So good to see you. And Christian Basil, good to see you, brother. Thank you for a great time last night, which is probably something all the ladies tell you. But anyway, Sarah doesn't get enough love. Yes, that is true. She doesn't get enough love, but the restraining orders don't allow me to do the kindness. But anyway, check out at yolasite.com. You might get some ideas. Oh, and if anyone needs some ideas, it's a dangerous thing when certain ones of us get ideas. Shut up, Christian. Anyway, check out Douglas Deck. That's Douglas DAECH at Yola YOLA site.com. You might get some ideas, and I know they're all going to be good. Thank you, Douglas, for sharing it. And we get naughty. It's the way of fun indeed. Yes, Sarah, you are so correct on that. And clever title pendant. Stay after the final credits. Trust me. Did I time that right? Did you watch that? Have you watched that on the rerun, Christian? I timed that perfectly. More accident than anything, and it was like you hit the button and you hope StreamYard reacts in time. We let Christian get the last word, shall we say, for better or for worse. And Harley Slavic says, my company and I started a subscription service that gets you a collectibles mystery box every month. Oh, cool. You choose what you pay, personalized to your interests. Click the link if interested. Trying to get enough income to get a brick and mortar location. Appreciate any help I get. Only help if you want to, not going to force you. And there's his checkout at Square. Please check it out yourself. And if you have any collecting needs, please contact Harley Slavic for them, and he can take care of you. And can you even say that during daylight hours, says Carl Witzman? I'm not sure. And I'm not sure it should come from me, if you know what I mean. So it was a freaking train wreck. But anyway, it was fun. We all had fun, I think. And David Atkins, good to see you this morning, brother. And he says, everyone stay strong. I got reminded how many films, games, and books predicted how people in power corrupt society as a whole, and yet it still happens. Most predict themselves and their future. That is true. There is a lot of predictive ability in classic classic literature. And let's see, do we have anyone else that shows up? Hey, we've got Teresa Dunn. Mwah, glad to see you here. Hope your morning's going well. And yes, Carl just did. So Sarah. And Phil Leon. Hey there, Brian. Phil, how are you, sir? Good morning. Glad to have you here. Hope your morning's going well so far. Hope your hump day is being kind to you. And hashtag catfisting. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's not really anything naughty unless Christian and I say it. Carl was telling us about a series of videos that are on that have really gone viral, so to speak, during the My Sharona Miley Cyrus Peter pandemic. Well, it involves scantily clad women and fishermen who basically catch catfish with their bare hands, which sounds risky as hell because those things can be mean. And then they pose with pictures, and here's where the catfisting comes in, where they put their hands inside the fish's mouth. And it is hideous. It is gloriously hideous. And people like Christian and I should not see that sort of thing, and should not Google it, because yes, I've done it, and it won't make you any happier than dino porn will, I promise. And Phil Leon says hello to Russ. Always a glad to see you friends getting together and saying hello. That makes me happy. All right, Slav, I can't believe you looked up the dino stuff last night. Yeah, I know. I've warned people, don't look up dino porn on Google. It'll only make you sad, mostly for humanity. You'll be praying that 2020 doesn't turn to 2021. By the time you do finish that search. I had to rewatch the last 3 seconds this morning just to check. It says Carl Witzman. Did that not turn out perfectly? I'm telling you, that is the sort of thing where my opportunity arose. I hit the button and we closed it off there. And now everyone, you've got to watch Clever Title Pending, at least the last 3 seconds of it last night. Watch the last minute or so. It's a good show. Like I said, it was very unstructured. Mostly my fault because I had neglected to get any guests last night. And God bless Carl and Meredith and Christian for stepping up and saying, "Hey, I'll help you out." And don't think it goes unappreciated, and don't think I don't owe you guys, something. And Christian goes, "Make it enough zeros, and it'll be fine." But no, we had a good time last night. It was wacky. It was fun. But future shows, we've got it booked up to early September. Next Wednesday, we're going to have a show on comic book crowdfunding that. We're starting to line up the guests for that. We've already got the great Luke Stone lined up for that, and looking forward to having him back as always. And I know you guys like him too, as do I. And we've got Lynn Thompson of the Indie Author Book Expo will be coming up later this month. Artist Clayton Merwin, and he'll be on September 1st. And I've got other people, but I left my address book downstairs. So anyway, my scheduling book. But anyway, please check out Clever Title Pending. And if you're on YouTube, you'll see that we have a playlist of our recent episodes. And last night's episode should be dropping later today. And we'll put that in the queue for that. But please watch that and enjoy it, please. All right. And Teresa Dunn says, "Good morning, Brian. And furthermore," yes, and furthermore to you, hon. Hope you're having a great, great morning, and hope everything works out for you. Hashed, and at Harley, I like a challenge, says Christian. Oh, dear God, the gauntlet has been hurled. And Sarah, I didn't see the very end. I missed something. Well, go back and watch it. It was kind of funny because I didn't turn off the microphones. Something said, "Christians here, don't turn off the microphones." And of course, Christian never disappoints. That's what she said. Anyway, Carl Witzman said, "Watch even after the credits, Sarah. It's like those movies where they put things in the credits." Yeah, that's our Easter egg to you. And Christian Basil, isn't that the truth? Yes, indeed. And gotcha. Oh, Sarah's got Carl. Lucky Carl. And Christian's reaction to the Dino Port last night was priceless. It was worth it. Yeah, I hope you had a good time, Sarah. I hope you enjoyed the show. It was I had a lot of fun. And Christian, and like I keep saying, anytime you want me on the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, please just say the word, and I'll try to make a hole in my schedule for you, just for you, because you're that awesome. Well, anyway, please check out the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS.com, as well as the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS on Facebook. It's a fine super fine show. It's a lot of fun to listen to. Especially if you're a Doctor Who fan, a lot of great conversation. And Christian just passed 37,000 subscribers on Facebook. I think he deserves some congrats for that. Seriously, man, that is quite the accomplishment. And thank you for you and Meredith. Thank you both last night for some of your insights on some of the business matters we were discussing. It really fires me up to try to get my own going. David Atkins, actually, they have bait in their hands and the catfish swallows their hand. They must wait until it is fully swallowed or the fish will throw it up and get away. Which is, the way you describe it, David, it is both repulsive and arousing at the same time. I have no response to that. And Phil Leon, hey man, says, Russell Allen, glad to have everyone getting along here. This is so good. Anyway, Carl Wisman says, Brian, did that not turn out perfectly? Carl nods head, forgetting that he's not on camera this morning. Oh, that's like when Cookie and I go out driving. She gets nonverbal at the worst possible moments. I remember one time we were on Lakeshore Drive, and we're facing east, and I'm looking at the southbound traffic coming towards me, and I'm trying to get a sense of where I'm supposed to go. And Cookie's my navigator, and I'm like, Cookie, and I'm looking at the traffic to my left, going, Cookie, which way do we go? Well, Cookie, who's on my right, is going. And I'm not looking because I'm looking for a hole in the traffic because I'm about to make a left-hand turn. And I'm like, honey, which way do I go? And she's like, it's like, use your words. So the pain is real. I understand, Carl. I'm not mocking you. I'm sympathizing. David Atkins says, I actually knew about this fishing style for years now, and it is nothing new. Well, it is to me. I'd never heard of this before, and it sounds horrifying, and I'm not far from wrong. Worse is that catfish is not the only fish they do that with. Bass is another one they can fish that way, but not me. I want to see them do it with a shark. That's good TV, I'm telling you. And last night it turned into Clever TARDIS Pending. Yes, it did. And at times it turns into the Christian Basil show, which is an incredible improvement. It was hilarious, and you are hilarious, Christian. And we should have kept recording after. The after talk was gold. Yeah, seriously, it was. For those of you who don't know, when you do a show like this in StreamYard, we activate the live thing that you are watching right now, and then then we can stick around afterwards. After we stop, we have a little button that says end broadcast. We do that, and then Facebook, Rising Tide Publications, Geek Insider, Indie Vent, all lose the feed. But we stay in this room here where we have multiple people. Well, usually I've rarely been in an after show where I'm bored. Because we kind of let our hair down, we kind of decompress and just talk like friends and fellow business people. And last night was a lot of good information that I hope you'll be seeing on these shows pretty soon. But yeah, just the hilarity and with the filters disconnected, it is a lot of fun. So if I ever ask you to be on this show, by gosh, you better say yes, because we have a lot of fun afterwards. And Christian, you did a lot to make it that way. Okay, brother. Thank you again, and thank you, Carl and Meredith. I know you're going to be late, but if you watch this, mwah, you are loved. And David Atkins, because the bait is so large and it is their hand, they get bit by a lot of smaller fish, but their hands are closed over the bait, so they only get the larger fish, large enough to eat their fist. Well, it still sounds repulsive, David, no matter how much whipped cream you put on it. And Christian, shut up. Anyway, can someone screenshot my reaction? I haven't seen that part yet. And you're on, Brian. Thank you. I've been on for about 21 minutes now, so I'm on all the time. Harley Slavic, last night's episode was brought to you by YOLO. Yeah, no joke. You will laugh out loud, I'm telling you. And Russell Allen has Mojo Risen, kicked off last night. Check it out and contact Raj Mann with any questions. That's a brand new Kickstarter there. Russell, I appreciate that. Now, what role do you play in this? I'm just curious. Are you part of the creative team? That is very cool, though. Thank you. Please check out that Kickstarter. I will have to do that too. And new hashtag fat catfish swallows. Well, you sure can't get them to spit. And Douglas Deck shark noodling. Yes, shark noodling. We keep hearing that. Or about catfish noodling, but I like shark noodling a lot better. I think that has a lot more pucker factor, shall we say, and those who participate deserve to. I think it's like Darwinism in action. If you get we're about to let someone grab the shark bait, get a fistful of chum and stick his hand in the water. What could possibly go wrong? So anyway, and Carl Witzman says, I will try to do that after the show, Christian Basil, and I'll post it in the UKSHG. Hey, and tag me in that because we it was a great reaction, Christian. You're as much fun to watch as you are to listen to, and that's quite a bit. The idea of waiting for a fish, says David Atkins, to swallow something that large. Shut up, Christian. And that the fish is not attracted by a rod. Oh, Christian. Which the larger the rod, the more fish you can catch, but some use their hands that well. Drank. Oh, David. That's brilliant. Anyway, David gets his daily dose of naughtiness. And Brian K. Morris, you are one twisted individual, says Harley Slavic, and he mocks me with his laughter. Yeah. And the problem is, Harley, or I should say the problem is, and then follow that up with the problem is, I got company. And good morning, all. Amy Hale, mwah, darling, bringing dignity at last to the proceedings, because God knows I can't do it. Anyway, Amy Hale author.com, author Amy Hale. Author Amy Hale on Facebook, and also Amy Hale's Angels on Facebook. Please check her out. She is awesome. She's a fantastic writer, a dear friend. Love you, Amy. Mwah. Haven't talked to you in ages. That's my fault. And I hope you're doing well. And David Atkins says, new meaning to deep throating. Maybe one reason only. Okay. David Atkins will be here all week. Be sure to tip your waitress generously. Sarah, I know about noodling. It's just hilarious that it gets terrified catfisting in the green room. Yeah. There's a lot about this whole concept that's terrifying the more I think about it. Oh, and Mojo Rocks, says Phil Leon, who probably knows more about than I do. I don't know nothing. Anyway, no, it looks good. It looks like a great project. I'm impressed with it already. I will check it out, and thank you for letting us know about it. And Sarah says, David, yes, deep throating fish. OMG, I just disturbed myself. I think you've just disturbed a whole lot of us, Sarah. Without even trying. Well, and of course, now also bringing dignity to the proceedings, Ted Davies, TedDaviesArtistry.com. And good morning, new interviews. Check them out on YouTube at Ted Davies Artistry on YouTube. And also, check out the one that he dropped a few days ago with me. It was a fantastic interview, and it's not because of the subject. It is totally because of the interviewer, because he was that awesome. And at this moment, I'd like to thank everyone who's giving us likes and loves on this program. And on Facebook, we've got a like from Kim Perry. Mwah, glad to see you. Caitlin Stewart, darling, I miss you. Mwah. And Varian Grant, always a pleasure. Don't forget, check out indievolt.com. Accept no substitutes, especially the Canadian ones, right? Anyway, he's got a great show. And tomorrow night, he's got another one. At 9 p.m. Eastern, and tomorrow morning he and Randy Zimmerman are doing a morning coffee, so please check them out. And Adam Deschanel, glad to see you, sir. And Clyde Hall, always a pleasure, my friend. Hope your morning's going well. And we got the love from John B. Pica, Citizen Pica. It's good to see you. And Jake Estrada. Jake, it is a delight and a pleasure to have you here, and an honor. And I hope everyone's morning is going well. Thank you for the accommodations there, all of you. And David Atkins, so if a noodle is that pool toy for children, okay, that is going south very quickly. Moving on from David Atkins as swiftly as possible, backing away towards the door. Harley Slavic, Brian K. Morris. Hey, that's me. I would love to do an interview where we discuss how comic shops and collectible shops find products with crowdfunding being one of those ways. Let's talk about it, Harley. Let's set that up, all right, man. And good, there he is at last. You're gonna bring the proceedings to to a dignified level, John B. Pike. I can feel it now. Anyway, go to his Patreon page and look for Impossibilists. Also look for the League of Impossibilists on Facebook and on YouTube. In fact, go to johnbpica.com because he's got all kinds of links, all kinds of places that he is present. He is a very talented guy and better at time management than I'll ever be. Anyway, John, it's always a delight to have you here. Also, if you read my newsletter, um, if you read my newsletter for August, John wrote a guest column for me, and I'm greatly appreciative. John, did you get that? I want to make sure, because if you didn't, I will try to get you a copy. PM me either way if you could. And David, hilarious. I agree. That was funny, Sarah. That was funny. Christian Basil says, Brian, your whole show is now an innuendo hashtag. Yes, it surely is, isn't it? And I'm not sure how much of that I've contributed to it. I'm falling behind. Hey, you want to hear some awesome news? Always from you, John B. Pica. This AM, I received the publisher edits for the soon-to-be republished Night Reich, Volume 1 of Tales of the Decalverse. Oh, man, John, that's fantastic. Please keep us posted on that, all right? I would love to help you promote that, dude. And what is wrong with you pervy freaks? John, this is only going to be a 2-hour show. We don't have time to detail all that's wrong with just Christian and I. You know, that's quite a lot to unpack, if you know what I mean. And Sarah is mocking David with her laughter. And Carl Witzman says, this is why you never want to miss a drunken rant or a green room. You'll be an outsider. That's right. Yes, Carl, he does 2 fantastic Friday night shows at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, and every other week. All right. One is the Uncle Carl's Drunken Rant, which I believe the new one will be this Friday on Uncle Carl's Secret humor page, the worst kept secret in the entire multiverse. And you've got to have one qualification or 2 qualifications. One, you must have a strong sense of humor, and 2, you must not be easily offended. Which it pretty well weans out the week pretty quickly. But anyway, it's a fantastic site. Carl makes it fun every freaking day. And every other Friday night, he hosts what's called the Drunken Rant, and it's just that he and Donna Carlene, Carlene, get drunk, smoke a lot of cigars, or actually smoke real good cigars slowly and properly, and then read obscene comments from their listeners, like myself. And plus, he has Korean bowling, I believe it is, female Korean bowling. And of course, I am still lobbying for Kamiko to come back. And if you don't know who Kamiko is, watch the Drunken Rant and you'll find out. And Tyrone Tony Reed Jr. has joined us. Sir, good to see you as always, my friend. Hope your morning is going well. And Mark Leonard, buddy, glad to have you here. Hope your morning is going well too. And Rochelle Lester, mwah, glad to see you here as always. And Veronica Evans, oh, walk among us, mwah, darling, how you doing? Haven't talked to you in ages. Hope you're doing well. Walk Among Us is Veronica is the vocalist and one of the pianists for the group, and it's a punk-based, it's a piano-based punk music group, and they're wonderful. They're very talented. Love listening to them. And Robert Beatty has joined us, brother. Glad to have you here. And Charles F. Millhouse, always a pleasure. All kinds of projects, all kinds of cool people showing up. So please. Oh, and also the Green Room. I meant to mention that from Carl Witzman. The Green Room, you get invited. It is a Facebook room where we all sit and talk in a very relaxed manner. And that way you don't have to worry about saying, sorry, Nana. You can just say obscene things all the time, and we do. But anyway, let's see. Let's move on. Harley Slavic said, drop too many times head first. Well, I don't know which one of us you're talking about, Harley, but I'll cop to mine. I've also had large furniture dropped at least twice. Anyway, David Atkins, I am so nice that so many love my sense of humor. Glad my wife can always put up with me. Not many others will. Am I disturbing? You need to read my books. Well, you need to put in a link to them, young man. And yes, you're disturbing, David, but we like you that way. So, and Ted Davies is greeting us with the proper amount of coffee, but you didn't bring any for yourself? What the hell? Anyway, that's right, Carl, says Sarah. And there we go. Hashtag JohnPica.com. Yeah, no initial there. JohnPica.com. Thank you for a reminder. And Eric Hawkins is finally with us. Eric, glad to see you, sir. Sorry you couldn't be in on the Folderall last night. Eric was having technical difficulties. And also, Rick Bradley, we hope everything's working out for you this morning, sir, wherever you are. But anyway, Eric, glad to see you as always, my man. And I'm going to talk to you about something coming up. And sorry about last night. Oh, how many of us have heard that before? The Wi-Fi was just being a little biatch last night. Yeah, I was noticing you were having more trouble than I tend to have with mine, which is unfortunate. But anyway, you were missed, man. You were missed. Um, but anyway, I'd like to talk to you about showing up this Tuesday on Clever Title Pending, where we talk about comic book crowdfunding. So anyway, hope you see. Hope we'll talk. We'll talk privately later. And David Atkins says, now I am thinking of a macaroni being swallowed by a rat. That is disturbing, David Atkins. That is genuinely disturbing. That would technically be noodling, wouldn't it? Like, by golly, your will. Which end did the teeth go in, though? And now I am seeing my wife eating mac and cheese. Now that is going south quickly, sir. You know, there are a number of drugs you should not be mixing, even though your doctor prescribes them. Seriously, you need to talk to him and remember the term uh, medical interaction. Okay, anyway, and in your case, it may be intervention. Anyway, keep them coming, David. Keep them coming. Anyway, John B. Micah says new installment of the League of Impossibilists with webcomic today at patreon.com/impossibilist. Oh, check that out. John's been sending me pieces of that, and I'm like, holy cats, that is amazing work. It is beautiful, beautifully written, beautifully drawn, and I'm excited by it. John told me about some of his projects. I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. And here we go. Carl Witzman, Komiko rules. Oh, and she does. She seriously does. And she's a snappy dresser as well, as we discussed last night. And no to Kamiko, says Sarah. Oh, but Kamiko is so nice, and she is such an eloquent spokeswoman, too. And I can see she's obviously an educated young woman and ambitious. I like that in a woman. And Carl Wisman said this Friday, Kamiko gets fired. Oh yeah, we got Kamiko coming in. So everyone, apply to Carl, talk to Carl or me about joining the Secret Humor page. And remember, you must have a solid sense of humor, and you must not be highly offendable. If you have a trigger, keep it in your gun because it's going to get rubbed a lot on by Uncle Carl. But anyway, and it could be rubbed on Uncle Carl, and he'll pay you for it. Anyway, Harley Slavic says still plan on creating new VHS releases. Harley Slavic VHS releasing. Looking for an artist to work with. VHS is my favorite movie format. That's very cool. I still have a lot of my old VHS tapes. Johnny Pica, and not just that comic. We are also publishing the handbook of the Decalverse, birthplace of the Impossibles. John, let me read that the other day. Oh, wow, that's a well planned out world. Brian got to read a draft of the Decalverse timeline this week, and I'm endorsing it, man. I'm seriously endorsing it. That was a beautiful piece of work there, John. I'm so serious. And if you want me to, when you get around to actually printing that thing, if you need a blurb from me, if you think it'll help, I will be glad to give you a quote. Anyway, Meredith Logren, good morning, lovely Nevermorians. What, nothing for me? Anyway, Meredith, you are lovely, and has provided the new hashtag for Clever Title Pending, which I'm probably going to put in the metadata now. But anyway, Meredith, as always, darling, at wildoneforever.com, please check it out. If you want to understand women a little bit more, or if you're a lady who wants to find a kindred spirit and to better understand the world around you, I would say go to wildoneforever.com. It's a wonderful weekday blog that Meredith puts together, and she is amazing. Also, check out Geek Insider and IndieVent and anything Meredith does. She's been doing some really powerhouse interviews lately. I'm really proud of her. And of course, she is a darling, and this show would not be what it is without her and her contributions. And I appreciate the hell out of you, Meredith. Again, thank you for being there last night. I know you had other things to do, but you're taking time for me is always goes appreciated. And anytime you need reciprocation, you let me know. It's not to be confused with lubrication, but we can talk that over later. Anyway, Eric Hawkins, Harley Slavic, I received an amazing Stan Lee figure yesterday. Thank you. Oh, very cool, very cool. And Sarah says hello to Meredith, and we approve of that. Say hello to each other, people. You're all friends here. And Carl Wisman says in DJ voice, good morning, Meredith. And Harley Slavic, you are most welcome. Glad you're happy with it and received it. Yeah, that's fantastic. Good work, Harley. And Carl Wisman, David, does the cheese dribble down her chin in your video? I'm sure he's asking for a friend, and thank you, Carl. And hashtag bring cookie home. Thank you, Sarah. Well, yeah, it was kind of fun. One of the things we were discussing last night in the after show was ultimate goals. Like where do we see ourselves down the road? Where we would like to see ourselves? And as I've made no secret of, Cookie has got a new full-time job, working locally in Lafayette. She is not working. It is not in the food industry. She is trying to get out of there because she's done for 20 years, and standing on your feet on concrete gets old real fast. She's still working part time at Cracker Barrel, though. I'm glad to say. Well, I don't have a real job at all, of course, as all you writers know. But anyway, no, she's really happy with the new job. She's in her second week and loving the hell out of it. And appreciates everyone asking about her and all your support. But anyway, she's out of the house right now because she's at Cracker Barrel, making sure I get a discount every time I go in. But no, Meredith asked us about our long-term goals, and I told her that even with Cookie changing jobs, it hasn't changed. Bring Cookie home is my job goal. That Rising Tide Publications, its number one goal, aside from entertaining everyone and providing inspiration and illumination, that we also we're going to bring Cookie home. That is our long term goal with that. Just so everyone knows. Christian Basil says, singing, put a feather in his rat and swallowed macaroni. Yankee Doodle, keep it up. Oh, he's not going to keep it up if you boil that noodle too long. Anyway, Christian, I just choked on my coffee. Carl, would you like to choke on mine? Shut up, Christian. For that. Anyway, I've got to install a filter one of these days. Which end do the teeth go in? Oh, let's see. What's the theme this morning? Yeah, it's on fire. It's floating down the river. The dark smoke is emerging, and the blaze isn't getting any cooler. But anyway, glad you appreciate that, Sarah. And no, I'm not going there. Anyway, David Atkins, I am listening to Silver Bell hanging on a string. She told me it was my ding-a-ling. Oh my! Oh, who started singing it? I have always loved that song. Chuck Berry, the great Chuck Berry. I love that. Yeah, and what was it? I remember an old Saturday Night Live routine with Steve Martin where he played a psychic who had, for a number of years, successfully predicted what would be on the cover of next week's Time magazine. And this is after the launch of Voyager 1, where a record, an LP, was sent into outer space with technical data of mathematics and science that other cultures should recognize if their tech is sufficient to ours, and also recordings of like opera, of children laughing, of various songs by people like Chuck Berry and the Beatles, and classical music and stuff, and tribal rhythms, etc. And Steve Martin, as a psychic, said that we have received message from outer space, one that confirms there is truly intelligent life in outer space. 4 simple words that verify that great intelligence in the great beyond, and those 4 words are send more Chuck Berry. Anyway, Pop Sealy is here. Had to pull out the backup. Mojo risen #1 on Kick Track. Hey, Pops, good to see you, sir. Hope your morning's going well. And yeah, we've been told about the Bears repeating. Bear that. Please put in that Kickstarter link. And Facebook is silencing Pops Van Zandt. Can't hold me down. I thought that was you, Pops. You can't fool an old expert like me. Anyway, glad to see you here, Pops. Always a pleasure, my friend, and be sure to promote all that you can. Yeah, and why is it making you do this? Why is it getting you to a second account here? I'm just curious. Harley Slavic still have the Stan Lee figure for sale on harleyslavic.com. I may have to check that out. Eric Hawkins, my packages are arriving all over the country, and I can't wait to get your package. No, wait, I'm going to get mine in October, so I get to hold it in my hands in person. And Meredith is already slavering with jealousy that Eric's package is going to be getting its proper attention in a. Unfortunately, it's going to be in a couple of months, but yeah, and it's like 2 months from now, I will be trying to recover from Big River Comic Con in Hannibal, Missouri. That's October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I will be there. Eric Hawkins will be there, featuring his brand new edition of the Zombieful World of Oz #2 with a story by myself in there. I'm very pleased to say. I'm really looking forward to reading that. And Amy Hale will be there, and a whole bunch of other really cool vendors and guests. And still on, as far as I know, we are still on, and I have not had any cancellations anywhere else. October 10th, I am still scheduled to be at the SI Comic Con at the community center in Benton, Illinois. That's right. I don't have my address book with me; it's downstairs, so I'm going by memory. And then on the 17th, I will be appearing at uh, Kokomo Con, and I'll be back there for my third year, and I'm really excited to be returning there. And hopefully you will be there as well. Carl Witzman says from YouTube, I hope that Meredith got her homework or article done last night. Yes, did you get that done, Meredith? I hope you made your deadline. And Christian Basil, Carl, you choked on your coffee, you catfish, you. Oh, won't be able to catch him in that deep water, will we? Anyway, David Atkins, Carl, she never dribbles. She refuses to let anything in her mouth get away, unlike most fish. Oh, I'm going to dread reading this. She always swallows. Even when it is more than she should be putting in her mouth, she knows better. Okay, says Carl Witzman, I am speechless. Yeah. Meredith Logren says, I apologize for the quick in and out today. Drink. Oh, you've got us pegged. Anyway, doing a Geek Speak at 11. Sorry, Brian, we had to hop on the time for the guests. I'll be back for the replay. Sounds good, darling. Mwah. Hey, when you have the Geek Speak, please leave a link so that everyone can abandon me too and enjoy your show far more than mine. Anyway, good luck, Meredith, and I will watch yours on the rerun too, darling. Hope you have a great day, my darling. And Christian Basil, Sarah, I don't want to boost my ego, but I think I was good last night. I thought you were good too. We both thought you were good at the same time. And Russell Allen says, Eric Hawkins got mine. I plan on doing a live video of the goodies. Well, good for you, Russell. Please let us know. We'll try to promote that for you. And Meredith Logren says, did I miss any catfishing today? Oh, dear God, yes. There was a horrifying amount of catfishing earlier, and David Atkins knows far more about catfishing than any one human being should be allowed to this side of the iron bars. Anyway, Harley Slavic says, if you have done a transaction with my business and if you have the time and want to, please leave an honest review at Harley Slavic Direct Sales and Comic Book Distribution Company. Much appreciated. All right. That's a good thing to do. Always leave a good review. David Atkins says, Carl, do not worry. Unlike me. She is often speechless when she is eating also. If she was to talk with her mouth full, she would just mumble, and that would possibly make her lose a little white cheddar. That's better. Anyway, Carl says, yep, Meredith, you'll have to rewatch later. Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, and here we go. Ted Davies, Kokomo Con 2020. Oh, Komiko Con 2020. Yeah, I like that better. Komiko Con, that's right. Everybody's coming to that. Everybody's coming. Well, yeah. Before Sarah gets in high dungeon. Anyway, we need to somehow put a photo of Sarah sitting on that dumpster, says Carl Witzman, riding it like a pony, right? And Sarah goes, ha, Carl, me licking a spine on the dumpster. Ooh, ooh. that won't do anything to put out my fire. I'm telling you that right now. And yes, Sarah, says Carl Wisman. Charles F. Millhouse, fantastic author at stormgatepress.com. Check it out. We are now taking submissions for Pulp Reality number 2. We already have story commitments from Brian K. Morris. Oh, I like him. Bobby Nash, I really like him. Clyde Hall, he's awesome. And Pete Lutz. If you'd like to pitch an idea, take a look at the publisher guidelines at publishing.stormgatepress.com. And Pulp Reality number 1 is looks like it's shaping up. I just saw the pencil illustration of the story that will be accompanying my story in there, which will be a brand new Captain Hawkland piece. Captain Hawkland being created by Charles F. Millhouse. And I had a great time writing it, and I'm already putting together ideas for this one. And it's going to be a blast. The book, I'm so looking forward to it. It's going to be a great contribution to the new pulp movement. Pop Seeley says Kickstarter.com projects, and there it is. Mojo Risen, Darkness Rising, issue number 1. Check it out, and please contribute to it. Please help back that, okay? And I shared a little too much yesterday. No, you. Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. Pops, I don't think I've ever talked to you about that. I discovered something. Mostly something that landed me in Facebook jail, or actually, it did land me in Facebook jail. I was promoting one day my book, and it's been selling quite briskly lately because I think people need to have some good news. All right, the original Skyman Battles the Master of Steam by myself with a beautiful Pat Boyette cover and an introduction by Roy Thomas, comics icon and historian. Anyway, when I took one day and I was promoting this, and I was just shotgunning the information anywhere I could on Facebook. It's frightening how many writing groups I belong to, and I was doing that one day. And what I learned from other people's folly was to do one notice and then do something else, like a bunch of posts, or love, or watch a video or something, or send a PM to somebody. Just do something different. Then go back and do it 3 or 4 more times. The posting of your message. Well, towards that, after about 12 hours and watching those sales, just really, we actually got. We went from like 5,300, I think, in the action adventure genre to like number 35. Which was quite an accomplishment, I thought, which really made me happy. But anyway, we got lazy and we got tired. And so I just started, I didn't take that pause in between everything and wound up in Facebook jail where I couldn't post anything promotional for about 5 days, I think it was. So anyway, we're sadder but wiser, Pops. Anyway, it takes a little extra effort, but it can be worth it to get your message out. But Pops, I know you'll be back. And don't forget, if you go to Facebook jail, cigarettes are better than money anytime. They're more negotiable. Eric Hawkins, no, you get your package tomorrow, maybe. You get the rest of it in October. I went ahead and sent out your standard rewards. Oh, thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. And when it comes in, I will post that I have received it, and I'm ecstatic and happy about it. And I need to do that because I've got a couple things here that I have received recently that I need to give some love. One thing I will say, I'm a huge fan of Mike Baron and Nexus. It was the best science fiction superhero concepts ever, about a man who's haunted by dreams of mass murderers, and the dreams continue and build in intensity to the point where he starts, the Horatio Hellpop, who is the dreamer, starts to feel them physically and must deal with them. But anyway, Mike Baron has turned that into a novel featuring Nexus, with a beautiful cover by co-creator Steve Rude. And anyway, I'm looking forward to reading this, but I've got to post that I got it. I feel obligated to, and that I'm a happy boy. So anyway, when that comes in, Eric, I will show it the necessary love. And Russell Allen says he's excited. I'm excited too. I don't know what it is, but I'm excited. Excited to announce the near completion of Xenonanite Titan Book 1, coming in hot and heavy this fall. Looking for a great story with more twists and turns in 2020? Please check out my page. And it's probably just as infectious, but with joy. Anyway, check it out at facebook.com/RussX upload.com. Check it out. Russell Allen, thank you for sharing that with us. And Eric Hawkins, Meredith got her package the other day. Oh, that's right, she did. And I was jealous that she got to fondle your package before I did. And Pop says, hi, Meredith. And Meredith says, no, I'm not dropping links. Anyone who wants to hop on can watch our replay later. No, it's okay. They leave me for you. I will understand. Anyway, Carl Witzman says, still recovering from David Atkins' comment. Oh, yeah, David has overshared quite a bit today. Anyway, can we get back to talking about 007, please? Says Harley Slavic. That was last night, dude. If you want to bring something up, go for it. At least today, off topic is the usual topic. Oh, here we go. David Atkins, with all my word virtuoso, you can understand why I am a writer, and my twist in the conversations was built by my teachers, who had me making tricks in sentences. Being bullied as a kid was helpful. Well, see, there you go. It's like mental kung fu. You turn their energy to something constructive. Pop Seeley, I didn't switch it up enough. And Pop Seeley says, Skyman. Oh, yeah, Skyman. Yeah, I'm very proud of that book, actually. That and Santa Sign, although I love all my books, I'm probably, for a number of reasons, happier with those two. One is Santa Sign is my first paperback, and Skyman, the original Skyman, Battles Master of Steam, available on Amazon, actually had I wrote it about 2 years before it was published, but we had various complications with some of our co-collaborators, shall we say discreetly, and that's what delayed it. And yeah, it's a long story and very libelous. But anyway, Christian Basil says Sarah needs a spine to lick on top of the dumpster. I volunteer as tribute. You are one to take it right where it belongs. For the team, and I'm proud of you, Christian. We had you pegged from the start, it seems. Good man. I don't like spiders and snakes, says David Atkins, was my introduction to how to use words as a distraction and secondary meanings. How using a fist to please or lure an animal has a lot of history in the 1800s. I have chills going up and down my spine right now, David, knowing you've researched that. And special cigarettes are gold, bro, says Bob Seeley. Yeah, that's what I hear. Bob Seeley continues, I'm waiting for my Nexus novel as well. Yeah, I know a couple people that got theirs. I think Pops are probably sending them out in waves. Plus, I'm hearing a lot of stuff right now about the post office. In fact, I think John Oliver covered it on Last Week Tonight, that the post office is having a number of struggles right now, not just financially, but also its relationship with the American government. And we may be looking at a lot of things getting slower as far as delivery goes. It makes me happy that I'm not going with a mail order prescription place. And also that I got a 3-month prescription last time. So yeah, the mail's going to get worse before it gets better. It sounds like. Russell Allen says, Pop Seeley, you're late. I already beat you to it, old man. Just kidding. Love you, Pops. We all love Pops. Pops, you're cool, dude. You are so cool. David Atkins, now I am thinking of how many references are used in the word noodle. My mind's trying to challenge me to see how many awkward references I can make that will have Brian banging his head on the desk. No, David, you just showing up makes me do that, dude. No, but seriously, David, you can do this. Use your noodle. Mine alone. Anyway, Harley Slavic, we have Matchbox cars and Hot Wheels in stock. PM my business page or myself if interested at harleyslavic.com and hashtag shaken not stirred, says Carl Witzman. Yeah, I'm frequently shaken, and this morning is no exception. Harley Slavic, you can leave reviews on Facebook and Google, and if you have a preference. And what is your favorite 007 movie? Oh, that's a good question. Oh, my favorite movie. Damn. Oh, what was it? Oh, GoldenEye. GoldenEye is probably my favorite. That was fantastic. But we'd love to hear yours. What was your favorite 007 movie? Please share it with us, please. We're only 1 minute behind in the comments. We can't sustain that, I'm telling you. Pop Sealy says, yeah, USPS is whack. No kidding. That is why we do not do worldwide shipping on Mojo. Yeah, after my first, I did a Kickstarter 2 years ago, and I'm probably for my next one, which I'm hoping to have before the end of the year, which will probably be a book project and not a comic book project. That may be next year at the rate things are going. Um, yeah, worldwide shipping pretty much ate up a lot of my profits because from my Kickstarter because I just didn't figure it in. I didn't research it as well as I should. Um, but yeah, and it's kind of a pain because you have to fill out paperwork to go with all that. You just can't drop it off in the post box and call it a day. So my next project, I'm probably going to make a lot of changes in my mail order thing, but I'm also going to try to open up my mail order a bit more so that you can get autographed books from me and such. But yeah, I don't blame you, Pops. It's a very wise decision. I appreciate that. Sarah says I'm interested in Skyman the next time we're together. I would love that. I will bring some copies with me. Skyman, if you like old time adventure and good guys winning in the end. Um, that's the book for you. I've got nothing but good reviews for it, and I like it. Wait, the post office slower? Says Christian Basley. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hearing that they may have another round of office, office closings, like smaller towns perhaps, and restrict. And was it at the start of the pandemic they were already talking about every other day delivery, which I don't think will help them any. But yeah, Pop Sealy says red on the noodle like the tip of a poodle. You people frighten me, and I'm liking it for some reason. I'm finding it arousing. Anyway, for once, says Harley Slavic, and Christian Basil chimes in with hashtag shaken, not stirred in my pants. Well, if we can't stir it there, Christian, why are we even trying? Carl Wisman says either on Her Majesty's Secret Service or the one with Connery in Jamaica. Can't recall the name. Oh, yeah, yeah, that was a good one. Oh, I can't remember that either. And of course, Goldfinger. Goldfinger. Oh my God, what a great movie! That's probably my favorite Connery film. But yeah, on Her Majesty's Secret Service, we were discussing that last night on Clever Title Pending. That kind of like Colin Baker on Doctor Who, George Lazenby is starting to get his due on from reviewers, because at the time he was kind of slagged, because he wasn't Sean Connery, and Connery did such a iconic portrayal of James Bond 007 that he had a tough act to follow. But the thing is, he wasn't bad at all. He really, there were some scenes he was, in fact, the last scene with Diana Rigg in his arms, it was incredibly moving. And now as I saw the first time when I was still in junior high school when I saw it. But now I've seen it many times as an adult, and I'm like, I've got a new appreciation of his skills. Plus, here's another tip for you. He played Jor-El. Yes, he played Jor-El on the great series The Adventures of Superboy from back in the 90s. Did a very credible version of it too. He was really quite good. And I remember he had a scene in The Return of the Man from Uncle, a uh, movie revival trying to revive the famous 1965 franchise. And there's a scene where Napoleon and Ilya are driving around and Thrush agents are after them. And suddenly this guy driving an Aston Martin is intervening for them. And it's Lazenby playing somebody very, very 007 like. So it was quite a fun Easter egg. Russell Allen says Harley Slavic, Brian's is Octopussy. He enjoyed it while catfishing. Oh, just like the Beatles, 8 arms to hold you, Harley Slavic, Christian, why? Yes. We ask that of him frequently, and he just goes, ee. Anyway, David Atkins, Brian, use my noodle. No, I refuse to be bait, and my head is not able to fit in most mouths. There is also no way a person can swallow what is between my ears either. My wife does enjoy my head, though. I'm very happy for her. Oh, God. Uh, Goldeneye, says Eric Hawkins. Connery all the way. Any Connery 007, though Craig is a very close second. The others are turds. Even Rogers. I don't know. I liked I've liked all of them, but we had a nice discussion last night about Timothy Dalton. In a lot of ways, I felt he was more Bond than even Connery. And the one scene that sold me was, of course, I like Timothy Dalton anyway. He's brilliant in Doctor Who. I hear he's fantastic on Doom Patrol. He was amazing in Flash Gordon. Even Brenda Starr, he was pretty good, and I've not seen a bad acting job from that man. Oh, and The Rocketeer, he's perfect in The Rocketeer. But there's a scene where like they drop the one bad guy into like the pool full of alligators, and as the alligators are tearing the man apart, and he's screaming, there's a two-shot of Bond with his friend, and the other guy is like, oh, 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 like that, and Bond's just like making like he's making sure it gets done. He's just so expressionless, and that is Bond. That is so Bond. Carl Witzman says, "I'm interested in more than Skyman with Sarah. Sarah and I finally meet. Well, when I give her mine, you can give her yours. Anyway, love you, Carl. And Doctor No, was that the one in Jamaica?" Carl Witzman asked. Oh, I think maybe part of it was in Jamaica. Yeah, for some reason I keep thinking Live and Let Die, but that wasn't Jamaica. That was New Orleans, and that's a great Bond film too. That's one of those. It was kind of like the last Connery film I thought was a little silly, and then a couple of the ones after that were a little bit silly too, like Moonraker. Moonraker is my probably my least favorite canon 007. Of course that won't count Casino Royale, which the original Casino Royale with David Niven and Peter Sellers, which was an absolute monstrosity. And if you ever get the DVD or if they've got it on Blu-ray, and they have all the documentaries on it, and you see why it is disjointed and awful, actually. So anyway, yeah, that was one. Even the I even like what was it? Never Say Never Again. The non-canon one, the last Sean Connery. That was a really good one. Connery, I saw him on Celebrity Jeopardy. I'll take anal bum cover for 200. Yes. Great routine. So funny. Carl Wisman says love, and Sarah says love. Oh, we've got a love connection coming in 2 plus 2. Anyway, here we go. Going back to your comments, Christian, you are twisted, says Harley Slavic. That's why Christian and I get along so well. David Atkins, Brian, you guys are reminding me why I do not do comedy. Well, you haven't done it yet this morning, David. I couldn't resist. I would be banned from many bars because I am not capable of playing nice with hecklers. I think I would end up with them being my target. Oh, there is David, you would like this. I think Carl, you would be interested too. There is a comedian on YouTube. He tapes all of his shows. His name is Steve Hofstetter, and he's a funny comedian. He really is funny, but his funniest bits come with dealing with hecklers, and he is notorious for dealing with them thoroughly. David, you would like it, Carl. That is Steve Hofstetter. I believe that's Hofsteddder, I think. But anyways, look that up. He's hilarious. He really is. And Carl Witzman, or excuse me, Eric Hawkins says, "Rough. That is how your mom likes it, Trebek." Oh my God, yes. Carl Westman, that is why you never miss an episode of Brian's show either. You are catching up the next day. That's right. And now you see all the stuff that lures you in that says, come watch me, even though you know you shouldn't. And I saw a 007 Spectre in the theater. Yeah, I think I've seen all but a couple of the Daniel Craig one. Well, excuse me, no, I never saw any of the Connery ones in the theater. No, I take it back. I did see the last Connery one in the theater. I think everything from on Her Majesty's Secret Service because of my age, and my parents didn't want me exposed to that stuff because they thought it would warp me. But little do they know that wasn't the cause. But no, everything from on Her Majesty's Secret Service up to I think the last or the next to last Daniel Craig one. I've seen them all in the. I believe I've seen them all in the theaters. No, I take it back. I didn't see the Timothy Dalton ones in the theater. I don't remember why. I don't remember why I didn't see those in the theaters, but I did see them all. I've seen them all. In fact, I've got them all on disc, so I'm a happy boy. And yeah, Cookie and I every few years we pull them all out. Shut up, Christian. And do like a film marathon of them because they are so worth it. I see that, Eric. I love it. Rough, just like your mother likes it, Trebek. That was classic. That was a great imitation of him. Timothy Dalton says John B. Pica is awesome and Penny Dreadful too. He may be the most underrated actor of our time. John, I gotta agree with you. He just throws himself into everything he does. And I'm sorry, the Rocketeer, he plays the oiliest damn villain you will ever see. And he's the one that kind of influenced my writing in that I like to offer the villain a moment of redemption. And in The Rocketeer, Timothy Dalton throws it away with such style that you're sitting there going, I hope you burn, you SOB. Spoiler alert. Anyway, Russell Allen says Eric Hawkins, as do we all. We all like saying Eric Hawkins. It makes our day go so much quicker. And did I break the hanging tassel, says David Atkins? I am not sorry. You never are, you dude, you. I am most villains' worst nightmares. I have everyone laughing at him even while he is threatening me. Did that just while being held hostage? True story. Oh, that's right. You've got a hostage situation thing back in your days. Anyway, Carl Witzman says the only good things about the old Casino Royale were Peter Sellers and the music theme. Yeah, the Herb Alpert's theme was lovely. I liked it. I didn't care for the vocal version. Peter Sellers was fun. I did like that, and I think David Niven would have made a good older Bond. Not the kind we are. Russell Allen, you're killing me. It doesn't show up on StreamYard, but I'm looking on my iPad. Yeah, and you're cracking me up, dude. You are so cracking me up. And Carl Witzman says, where's my rim shot gif? I need a rim shot on here, don't I? I need to find a good rim shot for you guys. Some of you more than others. And I'll take swords for 400, says Christian Basil. David Atkins, Steve is a great comic, and I watch a ton of his, but I am not as nice as he is. That one feminist that attacked him was the funniest one ever. Love that one. His response was great. I love his responses to most of them. Yeah, Steve Hofstetter gets a lot of people who are, of course, drunk. Many who are very, very entitled, and I love seeing them get taken apart. And what was it? There is a good article either today or yesterday on the Huffington Post about people who are trying to buy things from other people online, and how it goes south very quickly. Like one person who says, um, he's selling like a car, I think it is, for 3,500. The guy says, "Well, I'll give you 1,000 for it," and the seller says, "No, I'm not interested. My price is firm," and I said, "No haggling." And the other guy goes, "Well, you've got to haggle. I'll give you 1,500. Where can I meet you?" And the seller says, "You can meet me at this certain bank. I could be there in 20 minutes, and there you can go inside and get the other 2,500 that you're going to need to buy the car." It is a fun article, but it is also makes you it distresses you for humanity. Douglas Deck says, "Gotta go. I'm falling into my writing in the zone. See you next time." Douglas, do not let us stop you, sir. I know what it's like in the zone, and it's a groovy place to be. Douglas Deck, definitely check out the work of Douglas Deck. He is a great guy, and he's also in uh, the Nightmare Collective with me and Rick Bradley and some other fantastic authors. Douglas, thank you for being here, and hope you have a great day, and go forth and be creative. And I'll take sassy sayings of Donna Noble for 300, Alex. I will take anything Donna Noble's got to say. I really will. And Carl Witzman, this is you, says Russell Allen. Yes, that is him, especially if they're Kamikos. Anyway, Adrian Johnson, morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Adrian. Hope you're having a great day so far. Good to see you as always. And Eric Hawkins, never say never again with Barbara Carrera. Hubba, hubba, hubba. You got that right. Oh, man, that I like that movie. That was actually it actually made me like Thunderball all over again. David Atkins, if I could create a hero that uses his words and sentences to put villains into their place with the public laughing at them, break them mentally, then make the punchline, you have been broken. You breaker, you. And let's see, and who else we got? Luke Stone's watching. Luke, glad to see you, brother. Hope you're having a great morning, and probably going to PM you later. Make sure you're doing okay, and hope all is going well. And Carlene from YouTube says, "Gotta watch out for those red-haired Donnas." Oh yeah. And David, you're describing Doctor Who, says Carl Winston. Yeah, pretty much. Doctor, if you watch last night's Clever Title Pending, you'll see a lot of Doctor Who. And if you want to learn more about Doctor Who and get a greater appreciation of that fantastic show, tune into the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS.com or the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS here on Facebook or on YouTube. Here on YouTube, hashtag become part of the legend. Anyway, we are going to go. Hold on. Do we have enough coffee? Not anymore, but we're going to take care of that. Anyway, we've got some words that you all will want to hear. They'll be essential to your well-being, and we'll be right back in about a minute or so.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
If you love comic books, you'll love comicspriceguide.com, the world's largest comic book price guide. Basic membership is free, and you'll have access to an amazing message board with a fantastic community of your fellow collectors. You can also upload your comic book inventory and manage its value in real time. Learn more about your favorite comics with their database of over 950,000 comics. And it's a great place to sell, buy, or trade comics. So celebrate being a geek and sign up for comicspriceguide.com today. Looking for highly entertaining pop culture podcasts with high production values? Then check out the Journey into Comics podcast network at journeyintocomics.com. Nate Phillips and his crew deliver an amazing variety of downloadable podcasts on a variety of pop culture subjects, from comic books to entertaining with friends, from Doctor Who to professional wrestling. If you have a geek interest, the Journey into Comics podcast network is made just for you. For a complete downloadable selection of their shows, go to journeyintocomics.com. You can also subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, Podbean, and Stitcher Radio. So, for an incredible selection of pop culture podcasts that consistently deliver insight and humor, check out journeyintocomics.com today.
Oh, hello. I was just reacquainting myself with my coffee cup. How are you? Anyway, welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore for August 5th, 2020. And David Atkins says, time to eat, get my meds, fix coffee, and then mowing the yard. Everyone stay strong and safe. If I gave one smile, then I am done for the day. Please share it. I do not wish for it to die. Keep going. You too, brother. Have a great day, David. Thank you for being here, as always. And Russell Allen says, quick, he's away. Let's take over the show. You had your chance. The mutiny has ended now. I'm back. I'm in control. Me in control. That's funny. So anyway, what you guys got going today? What you guys and gals, what have you got that's amazing that you're going to do today, huh? And that voice is everywhere. So Carlene, she should know. And Carl Wisman, even in the hallways, Donna. And bye, David. Bye, David. Have a good day, David. Anyway, let's see. Let's check out stuff here. We get to say hello to somebody else that hasn't said hello yet. Anyway, we're caught up on that, and Carl Witzman is putting something on camera. on Facebook, and I don't see it quite yet. It will show up soon, I am sure. And dang it, foiled again. Yeah, Russell, you gotta be quick. We have we have strategically placed our coffee pot so we can get back pretty quick. Um, you have to know how to get in. Thing Christian does, which means I better watch it. Anyway, hope everybody's having a good day. I am looking forward to getting some stuff done today myself. I do need to mow the lawn, but it's not happening today. And working on my final edit of a book is going to go through one more round of editing by my honey for Teresa Dunn, her second book of poetry. I'm so excited about that. Then I've got a comic script I'm writing for Kadrosha Ona Carol, and got some other stuff going. And I've got a trilogy I want to plot out before I forget everything. And David Atkins says, sorry, but Lebanon needs prayers. Oh my God, yes. Oh, did you guys see that horrific I it might be an accident over in Lebanon, that explosion at the explosives factory. Over 100 dead and thousands injured. Most terrifying video I've seen ever. Please be good to one another because life is not guaranteed. Love to all. David, thank you for being here, brother, and thank you for that reminder. Yeah, there are still people that outside these confines that need our prayers, need our love, and hopefully, hopefully things will get better. And going to head out, take care. HarleySlavic.com. Harley Slavic, good to see you as always. Hope your morning goes well. Have a great day, my friend. And author Michaela Jade must be busy actually writing today, dang it. Well, Carl, the thing is, she's probably still in the afterglow of Christian last night. And I blame the no coffee morning I'm having, says Russell Allen. The station was out. Oh, crap. Dude. I feel for you. I really do. And my Keurig went out yesterday. I was trying to make just a one cuppa, and it refused to work. And I thought, well, maybe I haven't cleaned it in a long time, and it refused to move the stuff through. And I'm like, well, screw this. We'll just buy another one tomorrow. So today we're probably going to go out shopping. So anyway, before he goes, Harley Slavic has some links like his subscription service. Do check that out. And also the YouTube channel of Harley Slavic. Please check that out. Please check out all the links that you see here on this show, because you've got some really groovy people doing some really amazing things, and you're one of them. So don't forget that. John B. Pica says, please, please, please help us reach our goal of 250 patrons at patreon.com/impossibilist. We're only 248 away from the goal. I love how you look at that, John. You're the best. If we hit the goal, I will do a pinup photo shoot as my cosplay Harley Quinn. Oh man, that's worth paying for. I really got to go over there and give you some love. I really do. Can't give you much, but what I got, I will let you have. Anyway, so that's what we got this morning. And while we're going to take a big sip here, we're going to introduce you to something. All right, there you go. Please check out my work on Amazon and on smashwords.com. Your patronage is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. And we are currently working on some other stuff that will titillate and tantalize you soon, hopefully. Russell Allen says, please check out my author website at xenonanititan.com and stay tuned for the rise of the Titan. Shut up, Christian. Anyway, Anyway, Russell, looking forward to that. Thank you for posting that, sir. And speaking of posting, good to see you, Bill Sarton. Good morning, everyone. Abbreviated visit this morning because I have a lot of irons in the fire this week. Well, good for you, man. Remember when you weren't busy? Look at how far you've come, and that's good. And thanks, Brian. Well, thank you, John. Thank you for everything. Thank you for your guest column this month. It's really appreciated. I gotta make the donuts. Been multitasking during the show, and now I gotta focus. Love you tons, John B. Pica. Love you too, brother. You have an amazing day, and thank you for all that you do, man. You are a powerhouse. You really inspire us. You really do. And hashtag bring Cookie home. That's still the goal, Bill. That is still the goal. Thank you, Bill, for that. I appreciate that greatly, and I know Cookie does too. And speaking of which, Cookie is probably going to be home pretty soon. As I said earlier in the show, she is currently maintaining her job at the Cracker Barrel part time, mostly to keep benefits, until it's time to switch over. And then she's going to her second job, and she's fired up about that. She is so good to watch. Um, and so anyway, she's going to be coming home from lunch, and I got to be the dutiful house husband and prepare it for her. So anyway, quoting Christian Basil, Carl Witzman is, "Are we done?" And as usual, if you can't tell. No, anyway, no, anyway. We love you, Christian. We so love you. You're the best. Anyway, you guys are the best. Thank you very much for your support. Again, please watch Clever Title Pending last night because we had a really, really good time. We went way off topic, but this coming Tuesday, we're back on focus, and we are going to be doing the theme of the show will be comic book crowdfunding, which I think you'll find interesting because, like I said, congratulations again to our friend Francesco, who recently, as of like last Sunday, no, Sunday, no, Monday, like almost during our show, he succeeded. Sunday morning, he was like about $350 shy of making his goal of $4,000 by the end of the campaign. He had exceeded that by over $2,000. And thank you to every Nevermorian who stepped up and gave that his project some love. He's an amazing artist. He's one of the kindest human beings on this whole planet. I am so proud of him, and I think he's amazing. And I think once you get your products from him, you'll think he's amazing too. You'll know he is. He's a fantastic guy. Plus, he made at least 2 stretch goals, so we're all going to be getting some cool stuff, extra stuff from him, I'm glad to say. So anyway, please check out the work of Francesco. He is also on Patreon. Please give him some love. And so anyway, we got to get ready for Cookie. So anyway, thank you for watching Nevermind the Furthermore on this Wednesday, August 5th, 2020. And be sure to check out our website, risingtide.com, where you can subscribe to our free monthly newsletter, which goes out the first of every month. I list what's going on with Rising Tide Publications, our personal appearance schedule, guest editorials, occasional book discounts, and special offers, inspiration, illumination, education, and 2 secret links. Yes, at least 2. There's 3 this month that are sure to delight you. And if you're watching me now on YouTube, thank you very much. And please subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you'll be notified of my next appearance, which will be Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. And if you're watching on Facebook, please give the Rising Tide Publications page a like. We post at least 3 times a day, and you can also see what your fellow creatives are up to as well. Right now, we have a thread started yesterday where people put in the name of their character that they're writing, and then we ask some rather interesting questions on their history to see how deep you can dig into your own character. And so anyway, please give that a like. Also, Indie Vent and Geek Insider, please like and love those pages too, if you would. It's greatly appreciated. And let's get down to new comments here. Carl Wisman says we gotta get going because Sarah needs to get to sleep. And Phil Leon, so glad you're here, brother. Glad to see you. And for classy, clever, and crazy artwork, along with other surprises from yesteryear, join the far out and groovy people by clicking on SartanArt76 on Facebook. The art, and give that page a like. It's the artwork of Bill Sarton, where everything old is new again. Check it out. Thank you, Bill Sarton. Glad we get that plug in for you. And Anyway, we hope you all have a fantastic Wednesday. Thank you again for being here on Nevermind the Furthermore. We'll join you Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central for another episode of the interactive talk show where you are the guest. So anyway, thank you. We'll see you next time on this show. And remember, don't forget to stay smart, stay safe, never apologize for being awesome. All right. Thank you very much. And also, wash your damn hands and comb your hair. Anyway, thank you all for being here, and we'll see you next time on Nevermind the Furthermore, where everything runs just so smoothly.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Thank you for tuning in to Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Publications and Brian K. Morris production. Member of the Comic Book Advocating Network and sponsored by GeekInsider.com. Become part of our show with sponsorship and advertising opportunities. For details, contact advertising@geekinsider.com or visit podcast.geekinsider.com. The Geek Insider podcast is available on your favorite app, so please hit the follow button and share it out to your friends. Because if you don't, you might have to turn in your geek card.